Today on HandyDadTV, if you're having trouble keeping enough chlorine in your big pool this summer, and these things just don't work for you, I have a better solution than putting tablets in your skimmer. Coming up. Welcome to HandyDadTV. I'm Chris Hyder, your virtual dad in the cloud, and today we are going to take care of the chlorine problem with this pool. We have trouble keeping enough chlorine in it, and we are going to install this inline Hayward Chlorinator. Now, this is a CL200 is the inline model. It also comes, there's a different version of it that has these little hoses that connect to your filter lines, but we're actually going to pipe this right in using PVC. And that's going to solve a lot of problems with this pool. We've got the robot here keeping the pool clean. We've got the Sutro over there testing the chemicals. The trouble is, it's always low whenever we check it. One common thing to do in this situation is to put your tablets right in the skimmer, but that's not good for the skimmer, so we don't want to do that. It also doesn't help if you want to go on vacation and you can't leave enough chlorine in the skimmer to cover you while you're gone. So the Hayward CL200 has a really big hopper that can hold probably 10 to 12 tablets of chlorine. So you could probably go away for 2 weeks and not have to worry about it. This here is a dial that you can actually decide exactly, you can tweak exactly how much flow of chlorine is going in through your water. And this goes on the return line. I will show you that in a second. But this is going to be piped in with PVC. We have 1.5 inch PVC on our filter. And the only other thing I had to buy is it doesn't come with any kind of unions. So I had to buy the union pack. This one is SP1500 UN Pack 2. This is the union connectors. And you can see there's a gasket in here. And this fits right on there. The PVC will go right in the side there and get glued in. And the good thing about having unions on both sides is that you can unscrew it and take it out to clean it, to replace it, whatever you need to do. It's good for pretty much ever. Now, the first thing I'm going to do here is turn off the filter, and then I'm going to put the valve in closed position. So what I'm dealing with here is an old frog system. It's really old. We've never used it. It leaks, and you know, I just want to get it out of there, and it's a perfect opportunity to put in a chlorinator because we've always used chlorine with this pool, and it uses a lot of chlorine because it's a big pool. Now, everybody's situation is going to be different, but most common, you're going to have 1.5 inch PVC piping coming out of your filter. I'm lucky to have a union here, and I have 2 unions down there on those valves. So I can remove this entire assembly and we'll work offline and see what I can do with it. All right, they're off. All right, that thing is out. Now, it would be perfect if that fit in there, but it doesn't. So this here is 1.5 inch pipe, and this is 2-inch thread. So I'm gonna have to cut this off and just weld my piece right here. I'll glue my piece on there. And this was a really good idea by the pool installer, by the way, because you never know if you're gonna wanna add anything like a fountain or something like that. You could just cut this off and, you know, you got something else. You don't need to mess with all this. These ball valves were filthy with sand, years of sand, and just mess, so that that's why they were so hard to get off. But the O-rings are actually in good shape, which is good. I don't want to have to replace those, or I'd have to dig up this area and go down in the ground. All right, this is going to go right like this, but I'm not going to push it on too far because I may not be able to get it out. And to glue it on, I'm going to be using the clear cleaner, which is what they use whenever you're going to be able to see the joint like this. You want to use the clear cleaner, not the purple. And this is regular clear PVC cement, so that will go on here as well. So first thing I'm going to do is clean both surfaces and then put cement on both surfaces, push it together, a little bit of a twist, and I'll hold it. Had to get a brand new can of cement because the cement just does not last. Now what I'm gonna do is put this over here so I don't forget it. And then this is gonna go on. A little bit of a twist, and then you just gotta hold it for a little bit. Gotta make sure I don't get any glue on my rubber gasket here. You know what? Better thing to do would have been take out the rubber gasket before gluing. So good to know that that comes out. Note to self, remove the rubber gasket before gluing. Should only have to do them hand tight. But if they leak, I can always tighten them. Don't forget this little O-ring goes in here. And I put some blocks down to support it. Otherwise, it would just be hanging on the lines, and that's not good. And this is just got enough play that it should be able to get on there, no problem. Don't over tighten. So for this piece, I have no choice but to keep this part of this union. I'm gonna put a coupling in here, and then I'm gonna replace the elbow so that I have a straight piece that goes into there. But I need to work kind of together to get them to line up. Now, this is one of the most critical pieces. And first what I did is I measured to get the length on it. I obviously sighted down this pipe right here. Put the elbow where it's gonna go. And I knew that it's 1 inch, that the pipe goes 1 inch into the elbow, which is what I marked there. Actually, no, I marked it there, right? 1 inch in. And here it goes in 1 inch and 1/8 into that piece. So I marked that there. And that's how I lined it up to get this length right here, which is 4 3/8. That I'm ready to put in. But this one is the most critical because I don't have another part of that. The elbow I could get more of, but this one is the only one I have of this. So this is critical. Okay. I do believe that will work perfectly. Alrighty, that's it. Let's see how this does. Alright. Moment of truth. Alrighty. Alright, out with the old and in with the new. Worked out pretty good. No problems, thankfully. And no leaks. Can't ask for more than that. So what do you think? Is this something you've ever done yourself? Would you attempt to do it yourself after watching this? Leave me a comment, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.